Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Starting in the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful, beneficial, the King of the King and King of the entire universe. This is Abu Zar Sharaf from Peshawar Model Boys 3. I hope you are feeling well and feeling good. Today, the topic that is given it to me, there is active voice and passive voice. So let's start. Active voice and passive voice. So basically, active voice mean active structure. There we have no difference between active voice and active structure, and passive voice and passive structure. So keep this in mind that every sentence is having structure. So active voice is having its own structure, and passive voice is having its own structure. So actually, active in English grammar, the word voice is translated in two ways. In how many ways? In two ways. One is according to dictionary. So according to dictionary, the word voice means sound. But if we go to grammar, so voice is the form of verb denoting what the subject does. Active voice, or what the subject receives. So it means, keep this in mind, that whenever we use it, active voice, so it means the subject is doing an action. Subject is doing an action. Or there is stress on subject. Understood? And if we use it, passive voice, so passive voice means that what the subject receives. What the subject receives. What the subject receives there. So, okay. Now, what is the difference between active voice and passive voice? So, verbally, I'm going to tell you that active voice are those sentences which denote what the subject does. Rule number one, that what is the function, what is the difference between active voice and passive voice? So active voices are those sentences, or active voices are those sentences which denote what the subject does. What the subject does. This is, rule number one. Number two, active voices are those sentences where the subject is the doer of an action. Where the subject is the doer of an action. And if we go talk about, next. So, active voices are those sentences that have subject and object in their own position. Because, keep this in mind, that for whenever we want to change active sentence into passive one, so there we should have a proper way, that we should have subject, we should have verb, we should have object. Then we can easily change every kind of sentence into passive voice. So in active sentences, we should have subject and object in their own positions. Subject should be its own position before verb, and object should be after the verb. But if we go to passive voice, so passive voice are those sentences which do not, or which denote what the subject receives. What the subject does and what the subject receives. Because what is subject? Subject is doing of an action. And what is object? Object is receiving of an action. Number second, passive voices are those sentences where the subject is the receiver of an action. In active voices, where the subject is the doer of an action, or where the subject is doing of an action. But in passive voice, where the subject is the receiver of an action. where the subject is the receiver. Let me, inshallah, I'll tell you how we can change active sentences into passive voice. But let me to tell you some basic point. Okay, the third point, that passive voices are those sentences that do not have subject and a verb, an object in their own positions. In their own position. Okay, so if we go to the word term active, so active, the word active means alert. The word active means alert. It means active. जिसको हम कहते हैं जिंदा. And the word passive, it means inert. साकिन, जिसको हम कहते हैं साकिन, गैर मुतहर्रिक. So active, it's mean alert, and passive, sakin, inert. Okay. What are the basic rules whenever we want to change active sentences into passive one? Keep this in mind, that first of all you have to know those rules regulation. If you know those rules regulations, so you can easily change every kind of sentence into passive one. Okay, what we have to do for active, whenever we want to change active sentence to passive one, so there we should have this kind of structure: subject plus verb plus object. If we have this structure, so it means we can change this sentence into passive voice. So rule number one, that we will change subject and object exchange their places. What we have to do, we have to first change the places of subject and object into each other. Number second, the main thing is a passive auxiliary. Keep this in mind. Inshallah, I will send you the picture of that one. That every sentence is having every tense is having active auxiliary and as well as passive auxiliary. So we have to use it passive auxiliary. We want to change it from active voice to passive voice. Number third, keep this in mind, that with all tenses, whenever we want to change it from active voice to passive voice, what we have to do, we have to use the third form of the verb. What we have to use it? Third form of the verb is must. In all tenses, if that is present family, if that is past family, if that is future family, if that is present indefinite tense, if that is past indefinite tense, if that is future indefinite tense, if that is continuous tenses, what we have to do, we have to change it from first form, from second form, even from ing form, we have to use it third form of the verb. And then number four, by phrase is used. And number four, last one, here subject change to object, object and subject exchange their places. So it means if we want to change it from active voice, we brought object into subject. So whenever we want to change it from object into subject, object into subject, and subject into object. Okay. Before that, how we will know that this sentence can be changed into passive voice? We have to know transitive verb and intransitive verb. This is very much necessary, dear. Look, what we have to do, transitive verbs are those verbs that can be changed into, that is having object. And intransitive verbs are those verbs that do not follow object. Like for example, I go to school. I go to school. So after go, there is preposition. There is not an object. It is a prepositional phrase. It is not object there. Keep this in mind. So what grammarian said, that whenever verb is followed by a preposition, adverb, adjective or adverb, so that verb should be called what? Intransitive verb. And whenever a verb is followed by an object, so it means that sentence, like for example, I play cricket. I play cricket. I play cricket. So look, play, and after that we have object. So cricket is played by me, dear. So I hope you got the point. Those were the basic rules regulation. Thank you very much.